This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Good morning, everyone. Parshas BEREISHIS. Rabbi Chaim Filag'i wrote an amazing sefer called Chaim Tchila, with 101 ways to connect the end of Devarim to the beginning of BEREISHIS. Interestingly, he writes in his Hakdama that he published it in small size, so because in the month of Tishrei, people are very busy, especially between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. People are busy preparing Daled Minim, Sukkah, and they don't have long periods of time to learn. And this way, if he publishes a small sefer with little tidbits, so whenever somebody has a free moment, they could chaparain, they could take advantage of the dakos, sefuros, the short amount of time for limanat Torah. In Oifen Lamed, he brings an amazing pshat in the word BEREISHIS. The word BEREISHIS could be unscrambled, roish, bias. Roish, bias. Ayin b'sefer ben la'ashri, where he also says that the word BEREISHIS could be unscrambled to read roish, bias, and he uses it for his purposes. But Rabbi Chaim Filag'i says the Torah begins BEREISHIS to indicate that when you wake up in the morning early and you open up your eyes, your focus should be to go to the bias, to the Beis HaKnesses, to daven, as the Gemara says in Brachos, Ein tfilas shel adam nishmas ella bebeis HaKnesses. And especially how beautiful this is in light of the holy words of the Chida and the Mar Ba'etzva Siman Gimel Oy Samach Gimel, that it is correct not to speak about any subject from the time you get up in the morning. It is proper that your first words should be to be Mavarech Hashem, to thank Hashem. Our custom is we say Moida'ani, and not to get involved in conversation. So here this is alluded to in the very beginning of the Torah, in the first Parsha, in the first pasuk, in the very first word, Roish Bayis. When you wake up in the morning, the first focus should be on the Beis HaKnesses. In fact, the Svarim tell us that one's first glance in the morning should be at the mezuzah. One's first thoughts should be about HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but one should be solely focused on their first responsibility in the morning, and that is the Beis HaKnesses. Roish Bayis. In fact, I once heard from a great Mechaber Svarim and Makubal. He told me personally that if someone is careful not to check their phone in the morning, not to check their messages and their device, and one waits until after Shachris to check it, it's a haftacha that they will see good things on their phone. But that's the idea. BEREISHIS, Roish Bayis. The first focus in the morning should be the Beis HaKnesses. Wishing everyone a gesunte Winter, bracha v'hatzlacha, and a great hatzlacha in the upcoming Shabbos BEREISHIS.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.